Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's have a closer look at this Asus ZBook Flip S. This is an ultra portable premium 2-in-1 notebook, and I have to say the specs on this are just incredible. This has to be one of the most premium Windows laptops that I have ever used. And let's have a closer look at the same. Though it's actually a 2-in-1, guys. Generally the 2-in-1s are pretty heavy. This one actually weighs just about 1.2 kilograms and also comes with this pen support. So let's have a closer look at this one now. So guys, this is all we get in the box, and this is the power adapter. This is actually a 65-watt power adapter with USB Type-C. I'll just keep that to the side for now. And we also get this pen. We also have a button, and this is active, guys. Supports 4096 levels of pressure. We also get a nice carrying case. Feels actually very premium, very soft to touch. So this is what we get. I'll just keep these things to the side. And this is the laptop itself, and if you look at it, it actually looks very sleek. We have this this is known as the jade black color, and we have this red copper accents. So looks very cool, and actually looks and feels very premium. In terms of build quality, also feels very sturdy. It's actually made up of a magnesium alloy with aluminum mix. That's why they are able to keep the weight low to about 1.2 kilogram, and the back also feels actually nice. So in terms of build, I'm very happy with the build of this one. Even if I'll open it and show it to you guys, the hinges have actually very good support. It stays at any angle you keep like this. Also has that IR unlocking and all those things. It unlocked very quickly, as you saw that, and the hinge is really good. As you can see, it stays like this at any angle, and of course it's a 2-in-1, so you can go into the tent mode and all those things. Let me just actually close this, and let me first give you an idea about the ports and all. And on this side, if you notice, we have two Type-C ports. These are actually Thunderbolt 4 ports, and you can charge from either one of them, and I've tested it and works very well. We also have a full-size HDMI. Maybe you want to connect it to a projector or stuff, you can easily do that. And back, if you see here, we have a few vents to dissipate the heat. Actually, we have many of the vents over here also at the bottom. What I've noticed is that the laptop gets warm in this area, but in my testing it never got uncomfortably hot. And if we move towards this side, we have a regular USB Type A port, and this button is the physical button to power it on and off. Also has a LED, and the moment you open up, the IR camera is far and it unlocks. As you can see, it does it really quickly. That's because of the Intel Evo. It's supposed to do it in less than 1 second. Let's try it again. If you just open it up, the IR cameras, they log you in. So that works very well. And moving to the keyboard, again, it is backlit, so you can adjust it. You have multiple levels of backlighting on this one. That's good. The trackpad performance is also very good. Again, that's what you expect with Windows laptops. So you have that multi-touch gestures and all those things. Those work very well on this. Another thing is that, and we have seen this with many other Asus notebooks also. If you press this, you get the number pad over here. But if you can adjust the intensity of this, you can make it brighter or lower it, and I like it at night. Now, another thing that I like, and let me just shut this off. If I press this, and another thing that I liked is the actual screen, guys. This is actually a OLED screen, and it's a 4K OLED screen. And what I like is that it can go really bright. So outdoors also you can use it. Goes up to 500 nits, but it can actually also go very low in terms of brightness. And this is actually great when you're using indoors at night. It can go very low in brightness so that it does not hurt your eyes. Also, coming to the color accuracy, it is actually very good color accuracy on this one. This is actually Pantone validated, so the colors that you see are accurate on this one. In fact, in terms of sRGB, it is 133% sRGB and 100% DCPI. So in terms of color accuracy also, it is very good. It's OLED screen, and of course it supports HDR10, so even HDR content you can watch. Now moving to the specs, again, this is a fully loaded machine. It actually comes with the latest Intel 11th generation Tiger Lake processor. And to give you an idea, let me just invoke the CPU Z. app, and this let it load. And this is the Core i7 variant, guys. It only comes in one variant, that's the Core i7. It's the 1165G7. It's showing the wrong TDP. It's supposed to be actually 15 watt TDP, but with this Tiger Lake, actually this is clocked by default at 12 watts. You have this ASUS app, and you can control the TDP. If you go over here in the fan profile, by standard, if you keep it on standard mode, it's actually running on 12 watt TDP. If you go into the whisper mode, it goes down to 8 watts, and performance mode, it goes to 15 watt. So that's actually a new thing with this one, to actually maximize the battery. Again, this is based on 10 nanometer process, guys, and this is the latest 11th generation from Intel. And as you can see, it can go, it's clocked at 2.8 gigahertz. And if I go to cache, it is supposed to have, it says 12 megabytes of L3 cache that it has. And memory, this model has 16 gigabytes of memory, and it's actually DDR4. And in fact, it's clocked at a very high speed of 4266 megahertz. So again, that is also the fastest that we are getting. Moving to the SSD also, the SSD that we have is actually a 1 terabyte SSD on this one. And it's actually a very fast SSD. So as you can see, 16 gigabytes of RAM that you're having. Comes with Windows 10 Home on this one, with that pen support, as I've shown you. First, I was curious about the SSD because it's supposed to have a PCIe X4 SSD. So I ran this Crystal Disk Mark. I've actually, here I've saved the scores. And as you can see, 3.3 gigabytes. This is insane. Many of the laptops actually hover around 1.5 to 2 gigabyte, but this is 3.3, and right, so you're getting 2.7 gigabyte. This is one of the fastest SSDs that I have seen. So great to see that we have that, and it's a 1 terabyte SSD that you are getting on this one. I also ran some other benchmarks to see how this Intel 11th generation processor performs. So this is actually a quad core processor, as I've told you, with 8 threads. And on this one, that is the Geekbench 5, single core, we got a score of 1528, whereas the multi-core, as it's a quad-core processor, we got a score of 4807. The thing with this 11th generation processor is that the GPU, the built-in GPU, is supposed to be a lot better compared to older Intel integrated GPUs. And I also ran Cinebench R15 on this one, and if you notice the OpenGL score, we got a very respectable OpenGL score of 96.71 FPS, and the CPU score we got of 755. What this means is that earlier with integrated, if your laptop didn't have a dedicated GPU, generally that's the case with this ultra light notebooks and stuff. Yes, it's good for business stuff, but if you want to do light gaming or stuff, it used to actually stutter. With this one, you can do a little bit of gaming. I'm not telling that this is a gaming laptop, guys, but you can run games like Overwatch, light games like Rocket League, etc. on this fine actually, and even some of the higher end games at low settings you are able to play. In fact, the performance of this GPU is sort of closer to the dedicated MX350 GPU. In fact, it surpasses that, so that's actually nice. So let me actually show you one more score, as this is the R20. Again, this is for the processor, and again, as you can see, we got a respectable score of 1587 on this laptop. Another thing is that, as I've told you, this is actually having this sticker. It says Intel Evo. That means this is certified by Intel. So what was this Intel Evo? I was also curious, and I went to this web page, and according to Intel, this is a certification by Intel. A laptop that has that sticker says that it needs to have 11th generation processor with the IRS-X graphics that this has. Also, it has to support Wi-Fi 6. This, yes, does have the Wi-Fi 6 support, and also battery life at least 9+ hours, and ASUS is claiming about 10 odd hours of battery life on this one. And also it has to be thin. Of course, it is a thin one, and also it needs to have actually Thunderbolt 4, and this does have that Thunderbolt 4 support. So this is actually certified by Intel, that Intel Evo platform, that the new thing that they are doing. So another thing I completely forgot to mention is that Office was also preloaded on this licensed one, and if I invoke Word, as you can see, it is working. I have to just accept this and it will start working. So you have, what do you say, licensed Office also on this one. That's actually a nice thing on this one. Also moving the keyboard, I like the keyboard on this one. The keyboard travel is good, so, and the layout is actually nice on this one. As you can see, we have the regular keys, but we also have some extra keys over here. So the overall keyboard, the layout is good, and also the brightness, this is bright, so I can't, you might not be able to see it. I'll lower it, but I like the keyboard brightness level also on this one. It has multiple levels on this laptop. Battery, guys, it has a 67 watt hour battery on this one, and I couldn't complete my complete battery testing, but should give close to about 8 to about 9 hours of battery life. And again, as you can see, that IR unlocking, that Windows Hello, works very well on this one. This also supports fast charging, and according to ASUS, in 49 minutes it can charge 60% of the battery. So overall, it's actually a nice laptop, and also this one has got the US military grade durability rating. Moving to the webcam, I completely forgot. This one has a webcam over here. So here is a quick sample that I shot with its webcam. Recording this video with the integrated camera on the ZenBook Flip S, and the audio is also being recorded via its internal microphone. So do let me know what do you feel about the microphone pickup, because that's becoming very important these days, because we're doing a lot of conference calls and stuff. What do you feel about the video? So let's quickly just break it down between what I liked and what I did not like. First, let's talk about things that I liked on this one. And the first thing is that I don't know how I can tell you across the video, the build quality is amazing, considering that it weighs just 1.2 kilograms. The moment you just open it up, it feels premium, and also in terms of looks, this is very stylish in this color that you get. Again, as I told you, it's just 1.2 kilograms, and also this is actually a touch screen and also a 2-in-1. So you can use it like this, like a regular notebook, and you can also go like this and use it like a tablet mode. You also get that pen support, and you have that pressure sensitivity with this. Next thing is the screen on this one. This is a OLED screen, okay, but this is a 4K OLED screen, and I have to say I love the screen on this laptop. It can go actually very, very bright outdoors up to about 500 nits. That's enough. And even in indoor conditions at night, I was just using it when it was all the lights were closed. It can go very low, so that does not hurt your eyes. And also in terms of color calibration, it's been done very well. It's Pantone validated. So in terms of screen, I would say we are getting one of the best that you can see. We are getting an OLED screen on this one. And also moving to the SSD, as we saw, the SSD speeds are blazingly fast, over 3 gigabytes that we are getting. So everything actually just loads. You click, it just loads on this one extremely fast. Now let's talk about some of the shortcomings that I've noticed on this one. And the first thing is, I don't know why we don't have a headphone jack on this one. No 3.5mm headphone jack on this one, so I missed that on this. Coming to the camera, as we saw, the audio pickup was good for the microphones for the conference calls that we're doing, but still they're using a 720p camera. I wished it was a 1080p. And another thing is that specifically in India, we are going to get only one variant of this laptop, and the variant that we have is spec'd out with 1 terabyte of SSD, that 16 gigabytes of RAM, and that 4K OLED screen. So considering all the specs, this is going to be a very, very expensive laptop. We just have one variant of this one. But if you have that budget, if you're looking for that ultra high premium, laptop, and you want it to be a 2-in-1, then you can certainly have a look at this one. The specs and the performance is actually really good on this one. But what do you guys think about this laptop? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you guys are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.